Good, beautiful morning, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And I have with me the energy of the Ascended who want to share their knowledge on life and death. You know, there's a correlation between life and death and love and fear. But humanity is collectively, and has been for some time, accumulating results, accumulating possibilities and outcomes for every war, for every period of peace, for every thing that we do. There is an effect that is inescapable. We're all doing it, irrespective of where we are in time or space, or in other dimensions. In every moment of your life, you face life or death. What do we mean by this? That every word you'll speak, every thought you'll think, every action you'll take is going to be towards life or death. Let us be a little clear on this. Your physical body has a lifespan, a span of life, a period of what you call life. That period of life can be contracted or expanded according to the various things that you think and say and do. You can extend the life of the body to a certain degree. It wouldn't be much fun to have your physical body being immortal, as there would be insufficient diversity for you to explore and experience, which is why you have the function of reincarnation. We wanted to speak to you about what life and death is, for you can extend the life of your physical organism to a degree, and you can shorten it to any degree by way of your will, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Every thought you think, everything you do is either a life-word motion or a death-word motion. You, of your own consciousness, your consciousness cannot die. Your soul is immortal. But while you are in this physical embodiment, you certainly have a range of opportunities and choices that you can make to extend your life in that current lifetime you find yourself, or you may shorten it. To evaluate your thoughts, your words, your actions, to gain information, knowledge, and understanding from sources that are beneficent or not so beneficent, is a choice you can make. There are sources of information, like there are sources of food that are good for your body, and sources of food that are bad for your body. There are sources of information and knowledge that are good for your mind and good for your soul. You will evolve eternally through different forms until you decide not to do so anymore. You will return back to the place of what you call oneness. Unity with the divine is where ultimately you will go. But while you are in this physical embodiment that you hear these words through, every moment counts. Every moment counts as life or death, love or fear. In every moment, these two correspond with each other: life and love, death and fear. They correspond in their function and outcome in the quality of your life. You're at a very critical juncture, collectively as a species. And of course, if you are not in the physical body, what happens on this physical world will not be of such great concern to you. But those of you that are in physical embodiment have a degree of influence, authority, and control over how this physical world can evolve and develop as you are participants in it. Many of you are seeking information about your lives, your purpose, your reason for being, seeking to know the mysteries of yourself. Why are you here? What is it for? Are you alone? Are there others you can communicate with? Well, let's assure you, there are most certainly others you can communicate with. You are never alone. Of course, if you believe that to be the case, then that will be your reality. You will experience always what you believe, whether it is good or not so good. You will always and are always experiencing what you believe, whether it is good or not so good. Relative to the physical dimension, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, what you experience in this world, what you receive and what you give, will serve your life in terms of prolonging it or shorten it in terms of your departure from the physical dimension. Yes, it is possible and has been demonstrated that there are individuals that have lived many hundreds of years under the right conditions and for the right reasons that have been able to live very extended periods of time. But those were very different times than you have right now. And such individuals may yet again appear upon this planet. If you are vibrationally in alignment with that possibility, then even you could come back and be one of these individuals, that you can live a very long physical life if you understand the principles of what we're saying, that every single thought, emotion, and action serves either the extension of your life or the diminishment of it, or what you call the death of the physical embodiment. The physical dimension is always temporary and ever changing. That is what gives it its delight. When you come here, the delight is in the function of change. In the state of the divine, beneficent, eternal one, well, change is encompassed within you, but you are dynamically unaffected by it in the fashion that you are here. Here you are affected by change very obviously as your body experiences change in time and space, whereas you do not experience it the same way. Your mind and your soul experience time and space very differently. In your mind, you can instantaneously create an entire civilization in your mind. But in the manifestation of that in the physical dimension, there's the process of orchestrating elements of time and space in order to bring such a thing into being. The civilizations you see all around you right now are products of that exact process of time and space, the reflection of what was once imagined in but an instant, outpictured in this physical dimension over many hundreds of years. You do not have that consideration in the mind. As we've said, your mind is capable of experiencing and orchestrating time and space very differently than your body can. In the physical dimension, time and space operate very differently than they do in your mind, or even how time operates for you in your soul, where time is much more infinite in its capacity to be experienced. In your soul, time is infinite. In your mind, time is very long. And in your body, time and space are very quick and very short. In your journey to recognize who you are and what you are being, it is important you understand that while you're in this world, there are effects that you're all collectively experiencing right now. You're watching an electromagnetic dynamic of change happening in time and space, initiated by your creative process. Animals birds and fishes, while they participate in the functionality of the physical dimension, which is altered and changed according to the nature, number, and quantity of the different species of animal, bird, and fish, the variances in the physical numbers does alter the dynamic of what is happening in this physical dimension. But ultimately, it is the human species that asserts the greatest influence over the effects of what is happening in this world, as energy yields itself to your consciousness, to your imagination, to your emotion. Energy yields itself, shapes and forms itself into what you call your experiences. Always. There's no other model of creation but that one. That what you think, what you feel, what you believe, what you imagine, you are orchestrating events and circumstances. Now you can see upon your planet that there has been a great and profound and very awkward movement of consciousness, an almost ununderstandable or incomprehensible confusion that has taken place in your consciousness and in your societies over the last 2,000 years. And during that 2,000 years, where you turned away from the offer of love before, that is, you were given the opportunity to choose love or to continue down the pathway of fear. You chose the pathway of fear. Not all of you, but a sufficient number of you as to orchestrate the wars and the conquests and the destruction of many species of humans, and additionally many species of other life forms in the process of living through this mechanism of fear. Having dismissed the guidance of love in the form of the one you know of, the ascended master Yeshua, in his guidance you would have formulated a very different creative process, but it was rejected. The call for love to a great extent was rejected, and has therefore created much chaos and confusion in the forms of roles of authority, power, control, and conquest undertaken by many of the leaders of the various philosophies and religions that have risen and fallen, and the societies that have come and gone with their expressions of love or fear. The societies that last the longest are those societies that tend to abide by the love and function of love, by the love and by the function of love. You have it at your opportunity now to reassert your commitment to love now, and therefore change your creative experience collectively. You are bearing witness to a wonderful observational reality between watching love and fear collide to see which one you shall choose this time. Will you choose love? Will you choose fear? You rejected love once before, and the innumerable wars and the countless deaths that have occurred in the last 2,000 years has been disturbing, to say the least, that you would reject love and that some of you would still choose to do so. Although you've had countless wars in these 2,000 years, poverty and destruction, will you choose this again, or will you choose the function of love? When you had the information, the knowledge, and wisdom of the great ascended master, and those of you that have followed, that bring forth his love again and resurrect it in your actions, in your words, in your deeds, you begin to place a rudder into the human equation that allows you to steer humanity away from destructiveness and back towards the calm seas of love. The all of creation, as you experience it in your human condition, includes everything in your solar system, that your influence is not restricted to this space of time you call Earth, any more than when somebody is yelling across the street from you that you are exempt from the influence of what they are yelling. You will be affected to some degree. So too your love and your fear will orchestrate your experiences, and is doing so right now. And every moment for each individual, you are choosing by your thoughts and your actions whether you will extend the life of creation in this world for yourself, or you will shorten it. Your sciences have revealed very clearly there are specific and almost cyclical events that are clearly measurable over the last 72,000 years. Very clear evidence indicating that there have been very specific changes with variances by 1,000 or 2,000 years in each sequence, because the variances in your collective consciousness would orchestrate it to be such a way. But your collective consciousness cannot ignore the fact that there's information, wisdom, and knowledge available to you now in the most expedient form possible. This wonderful creation that brings you all together from every corner of the world called intranet. This communication that allows you to harmonize or conflict your thoughts further, to bring your energy together or to fragment it further. Each has its own effect. When you bring your energy together, there is a cohesion of energy that works in harmony with the dominant emotional energy that brings that cohesion into effect. If you join in fear, there are very precise and specific effects. If you join in love, there are very specific and precise effects. And so here you are now with this knowledge and wisdom being made available to you individually and collectively, that you get to choose love or fear, life or death. You get to choose this now, individually and collectively, and not one of you is exempt. Not one of you is outside of that process. Every single human being in flesh, from the lowest to the highest of your perception of understanding, when you think that those in positions of authority and power are higher, and those that live upon the streets and suffer and struggle are the lowest, every single one of you in the spectrum of human creation is right now participating in creation. Each and every one of you contributing in your measure in various degrees to this creation. And although one element of creation may be dominantly more than another, everyone still has an effect. If you are paddling a boat through the waters, if you put something dragging on one side, then you will be working against that. You will still have to deal with that. It will still have an effect upon your movement forward. So that any of you would choose to live in fear would necessitate a drag on the potential expressional outcome of love. The same can be true the other way, that love can be a drag upon the outcome and expressions of fear. But a great force has re-entered into this world. The one that you call Master Yeshua is in a new form upon this world today, and many others with him. It is not quite the same as it was the last time that you were faced with this option of choosing whether you will choose love or fear, understanding that each is either the opportunity to promote, enhance, and improve life, or to diminish it. Love and fear are very precise in their outcomes in your life and in the greater life of your collective experience in this dimensional world that you call Earth. It is a creative theater of experience. And while it is temporary, individually it is temporary for your lifetime that you're in right now, it is indeed meaningless in the spectrum of your eternal nature. but it has value in terms of your finite nature. That is how you experience yourself as the physical being that you are right now. Will you avail yourself of our knowledge and our wisdom as it comes to you? Will you begin to restructure and remake your mind, your body, your emotions into a greater alignment with love or fear? The choice is yours. You may choose. Either you are free to use your will to choose what you will experience, and what you choose will become your experience and is your experience right now. Your life is a product of your application of love or fear. Exactly. There is not one of you that is outside of this process of creation. Even the great masters and the great evils, each is experiencing precisely according to their own creative and free will. You cannot escape responsibility in creation. You cannot even pretend to be uninvolved in it. For you are here and you will experience the sum total result of what you are creating collectively. None of you can be exempt from the process. The question has been asked, what happens each time you have made this decision collectively to choose fear over love? And we would simply say to you, look at the buried and destroyed cities scattered around your globe, emerging from the sands beneath the oceans and the sands beneath the lands. These great civilizations fell under the weight of their own creative process, their function of love or fear on display for you to observe the difference. There is but one civilization on this planet that has been exempted from this cyclical devastation that love and fear, when they are being used as mechanisms for learning and growing. There's but one civilization that your governments are well aware of in the what you call the Antarctic region of this planet that has been exempt from this destructiveness, for the function of love, fully embodied, bears very specific and precise results upon societies and individuals. That with each destruction of human civilization that was brought about by the function of fear, there have always been a certain percentage that have survived through the calamitous nature of fear. And those that survived chose the function and embodiment of love. Love orchestrates and extends life, whereas fear shortens and diminishes it until death, so the body will leave sooner rather than later from the functions of fear. Will you avail yourself of the knowledge? Will you take the time to acquire the way in which you may align yourself to the function of love as it pertains to you and your creative expression? Or will you continue to believe that you are somehow unable to alter or change your existing conditions? Let us clarify, if you understand the distinction between love and the distinction between fear in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions, that there will be very, very clear and definitive results, and there always is. At the upper echelons of your geopolitical civilization, a great change is now unfolding. A last intense push towards love once again, in hopes that the functions of truth, integrity, compassion, kindness, truth, and justice, that the function of those things that are of love shall again redirect your civilization collectively to a more prolonged and evolved state of existence. And let us be clear, there have been civilizations far more evolved that eventually, of course, decline, but only one has stood the test of time. And of course, your governments are well aware of this civilization in what you call Antarctica, that civilization exists. Love will orchestrate your experience of time and space very differently than fear can ever. If you wish to know the path of love, discover it within yourself, unfold it and evolve it in your life again. Return yourself to love. Return your mind, return your body to love. It is within your will to do so, as equally as it is within the realm of your will to not do so. You may choose suffering and you may choose joy. You may choose love and you may choose fear. But you cannot choose both. You cannot go willy-nilly. You must choose one. What will you choose? There are many teachers, much information coming out in this regard, that you have but only two choices to make throughout your life. Only two choices in every moment of your existence in the flesh. And those choices are life and death, love or fear. Each bears forth its own fruit in your experience. Yes, your physical body, well, of course, you can extend the life of the physical body. It is still being done in certain places, that you can extend the life of the body for hundreds of years if you understand what is being said and if you feel a necessity to do so. Oftentimes, the experience of being in this dimension loses its luster and you yearn for something different to experience, and many of you have gone on to experience other dimensional realms of consciousness that are vastly different than what your eyes can perceive or your ears can hear in this dimension. But you cannot make the journey from this dimension to another without having the proper knowledge and understanding of how to do so. You cannot change the function of your life as you're experiencing it right now into something else until you understand what your functional and creative process is to do so. What do you need to think and say and do to change the direction in which your life currently is going? That you can choose a very specific direction and arrive there when you understand the mechanics of thought and emotion and creation. To learn to reach deep within inside yourself, to acquire the knowledge and wisdom that lays dormant within all of you. The knowledge and the wisdom lays dormant within all of you, that you may gain access to and acquire that knowledge to change your destiny, to alter the direction of your life, and in so doing you assist or do not assist the collective nature of humanity. You will continue to see this great push towards love and goodness. And for some of you that are in the illusion of your fear, believing that your erroneous thoughts, ideas, and beliefs that are actually harmful for yourself and others, there are some of you that believe that what is good is not so good. There are many of you that believe that what is right is wrong and what is wrong is right. There are many of you who are confused in this way. And until you end your confusion, you will remain confused. And so it's important that you understand the function of your consciousness, how you use your mind, how you use your body, how you use your emotion to articulate change in your creative experience here. You have faculties that, for most of you, remain untapped. The faculty of imagination is so underutilized in so many of you. The faculty of imagination, the faculty of information, that you can gain access to information that you cannot get from this world. You can connect directly with us, as you are now, and you can also connect directly with us within yourself. You can connect to us within yourself. Hear our words and our wisdom. Acquire the knowledge and understanding that you need in order to assume a direction of life that is pleasing and beneficent to you and those around you. Every innovation and creation of humans is either a creation or innovation of love or fear. It has its net benefit or harm upon the planetary system. Everything you will think or say or do will either add to life or take from it, extend it or diminish it. You cannot escape this. You cannot escape who you are and what you are capable of. You can ignore it, you can deny it, but you cannot escape it. Even in your ignorance and denial, you will still create the experiences of your experience. In other words, no matter what you think or say or do, you are going to create. No matter what you think or say or do, you are in a process of creation. Would it not be beneficial then for you to know the process of creation consciously, to utilize it consciously, to know that you can articulate profound transformation and change in your world, individually and collectively? You do not need to concern yourself so much with the effects of what you're doing, so long as your function of love is well established in your mind and in your heart and in your actions and words. Then rest assured your function will contribute to the well-being of all others, as equally as your ignorance of love and your attachment to fear and suffering will do the opposite and contribute to the suffering of yourself and others. But you are always free to choose. And where you are, what you are doing, irrespective of your situation and circumstance, it is a product of choice and creation, because that is your nature. You are a creator. That is your true nature. You are a creator. Your mind, your body, your emotions, but the paintbrush, the tools for the process of creation, while in a physical dimension. Come and join us and learn. Come join us and learn to harness the power of your own consciousness to re-articulate a life for yourself that is in harmony with love. You are certainly free to choose the experience of pain and suffering, as you have observed in the last 2,000 years. There has been great suffering and great pain and much destruction and harm to the creative process of humans. You have chosen suffering. Have you not chosen it long enough? How about choosing love, joy, compassion, playfulness, creativity? You can choose this for yourself, and in so doing, you will contribute to that for others. The function of such a simple innovation as transportation made the journey of moving from one place to another simpler and easier, more expedient. And of course, while there are other elements to learn, even the function of things like that, accidents and events, there is nothing in your life that is outside your scope of creative influence. Every experience of all of your lives is an effect of creation. If you do a careful examination on what you think and what you feel, what you believe, you can clearly see in your experience of life that your thinking, your feeling, and your believing is directly responsible for what you are experiencing, all of you. Whether it is good or not so good, what you think and feel and believe, even if it was given to you to think and given to you to feel and given to you to believe, if it was given to you by your environment, then the same will still hold true. Fear orchestrates your experiences very differently than love does. And how could this message not have some effect and influence on you? Because once you understand that you are a functional, deliberate, creating intelligence, that you can literally experience and create what you would choose within the scope and realm of your creative process. That you came into this world to experience life the way you came to experience it. Physiologically, you walk through this life as male or female, and your function of creation yet is equal in either experience, whether you are male or female. The function of creation is still the same. Your thoughts, your emotions, your imaginings, all serve to create experience. That's why you came here, to learn creation and to learn to experience your creation. You created the form you had to experience that form. You experience the events of time and space to learn about your creative process. Those events that occur in your life that are good and those events that occur in your life that are bad, they are all effects of your creative process. And when you understand and know this, then you can have the freedom to choose whether you will continue to choose suffering or you will choose to move towards love. For those of you that are in conditions of addiction and such things like this, anger and fear, it is your choice. It is a choice. Do not let anybody convince you that the substances of this world are greater than your capacity to create. Your creative will is greater than any other consideration in this world. You can choose to believe you are helpless in the face of something, and by your belief it so shall be. But it will never be the truth. The truth is, nothing in this world can hold you prisoner to it, but your belief may make it so. Come and learn. Come and learn. Yes. So I hope you understand this. It's really important. You did not come to this world to suffer, although you may. You did not come to this world to be happy, but you may. You came here to learn to create. And this is the message they've been saying again and again for the last 6 years. That we are, and it's the only reason that they do what they do, why they say what they say, is we have a choice to choose love or fear in any moment. Master Yeshua said the same thing, as did Buddha, as did Krishna, as did Yogananda. They spoke the same words in different languages, in different places and spaces and times. But we are at a collective effect right now. Anyway, you don't have to suffer anymore. It's a choice. It literally is a choice. What you're experiencing, it doesn't matter where you are. You're experiencing the creative effect of your own mind. The people that come into your life, the people that leave your life, the children you have, the children you don't have, everything in your life is a creative effect of your own creative consciousness, or the influence of someone else's ideas upon you that you accepted. In which case, what you accept is part of your creative process. For those of you that are new to the channel, those of you that have been with us for a while, I've been getting your messages about whether or not this is the time to take Masterclass 102, 101. This is definitely the time to take Masterclass 101 Awakening. Tomorrow's your last day to register. Go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. I channel the Ascended Masters. They take us through very specific lessons and practices every day from Sunday to Friday for the next 3 weeks. You'll go on a learning curve about how to reclaim authority over your mind, your emotions, and your body. How to begin to restore the health of your body. How to restore clarity and control and authority over your mind in a beneficent and productive way. You'll have the opportunity to work with 4 other mediums and a nutritional expert that will guide you in the process of raising the vibrational health of your body up. You need to get the vibration of your body higher. A lot of people are living in low vibrational physical bodies. You need to raise the vibration of the body up, and you can do so with specific types of food that are what we call live or living foods that will raise the energy of your body. And it's all about the vibration you're in, right? What vibration is your body, and you'll learn about that, how to eat the proper foods, how to elevate your energy. We've had a lot of students that have gotten off medication, given up their negative and destructive habits, Because once you start to change what you put in your body, once you start to change what you hold in your mind, once you learn how to let go of your anger and your fear and your judgment and your anxiety, once you learn how to let those things go, your life starts to change. You are a creator by nature. You can't escape that. You are a creator by nature. It's what you are. You'll never escape that reality. None of us can. Right? In this core program, you'll also learn how to connect to your guides and angels, how to gain access to their energy, their wisdom, their knowledge, their inspiration. You'll begin to activate dormant senses that you have. You have 5 physical senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, that let you perceive and understand this physical dimension in which you find yourself. But you also have these 4 other invisible senses that are yours. Clairvoyance, which means clear seeing, which allows you to see and perceive the invisible realms. Clairaudience, which means clear hearing. Yeshua talks about this when he speaks of clairaudience. You have eyes but cannot see. He's talking about most people only see with these eyes, but you have these inner eyes called clairvoyance. Clairaudience, clear hearing. He also speaks about this. You have ears but cannot hear. He's not referring to your physical ears. You've turned off, or you need to turn on your inner hearing, how to hear within the voice of God, the voice of your guides, the voice of your angels, the voice of the ascended masters. So clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. Clairsentience is being able to feel, to sense, to know the energy of things. So you can know what is good for you, what is not. You can actually feel if a fruit or a vegetable is good for your body. You can feel if the conversation you're in is high vibrational, low vibrational. Clear feeling will let you know the truth of certain things from that perspective. And of course, then there's claircognizance, which means clear knowing. You learn to activate these invisible senses that you as a soul have. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance, which means claircognizance, like you just know things, right? Or you get a hunch about something. Everybody has this. Everybody's experienced it. Very few people have learned to leverage it and develop it so that you can go through life using all of your senses, not just the physical ones, so that you can know a situation before you go into it. You can sense and feel the energy of people very differently from your invisible senses. You know, it's like you walk up to somebody and go, I got a bad feeling about him. That feeling is clairsentience. You got a feeling. Or I got a great feeling about that person. They're amazing. I feel something really amazing about them. That's clairsentience, where you're feeling energy, right? Where your mind your eyes and ears cannot see what your other senses can perceive. And you'll learn to activate those over the 3-week program. Again, this course is 3 weeks long. It is a very in-depth program. It's a mediumship course to help you and facilitate your connection to your guides, your angels, and your loved ones, so that you can gain and acquire the knowledge, the wisdom, and the information that you need to learn to effectively and creatively create and produce the experiences that you're going to have. For your experiences are not random events. Your experiences are not random events. They're creative effects. Everything in your life, even being here right now with us, is a creative effect of your own consciousness. So you're here not by chance. You're here by opportunity, your own creative function. So again, I highly encourage you to go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com/courses, and sign up for Masterclass 101 Awakening. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Hi, any general advice for me today? Thank you. Hi, Casey. Yes, I think you've signed up for the course. I'm really excited about it. You're going to have an amazing 3 weeks. And the advice you needed, you've already taken. Like, this course is going to completely change the way you know yourself to be. You're not who you think you are what you think. And most people believe they are their thoughts. Most people believe they are them. This is how I feel. This is what I am. These thoughts are who I am. No, you are not your thoughts. You are not your emotions. You are not your body. They are instruments that you have to use consciously and creatively. And you're going to learn to know this, how to use your mind, how to use your body, how to use your emotional energy, and how to use your your non-physical senses, your clairs, in a new way, right? It's really wonderful. Very exciting. Yeah, Tracy, grounding and sunshine today for you. Really, they're telling me it's really important for you, Tracy. Tracy Ellis, that's who you are. Grounding and sunshine, really important. Like, yes, and have water with you when you do it. They're saying take like a sip of water every 4 minutes, not a drink, a sip of water every 3 or 4 minutes. When you're out grounding on the earth, by grounding, you'll learn how to ground too. We teach that in the master class. How to ground, what is grounding, how it affects and influences your body and your health, grounding. But you want to go out and ground and get sunshine today. Very important, yes. And make sure you're sipping water during that time where you're doing that. And stay present in the energy of the sun and the energy of the earth. Remember, grounding is a way that you can recalibrate the electromagnetic field of your body. You can literally recalibrate the energy of your body and restore health to it by learning how to ground. You learn how to ground. You learn how to read cards. You're going to learn how to, well, do different things. You're going to learn to utilize different crystals. You're going to learn how to activate and understand your chakras and how to use the different energy points in the body. This is a beginner's course. It's an introduction to mediumship. It's an introduction to taking authority of your own mental health. And we literally mean mental health, not mental disease. Taking authority over your mind, your emotions, and your body, and therefore your life creatively. Again, go sign up today. You got 24 hours left to do it. Hi. Hello, Manoj. I saw a dream. My friend had become highly successful, but I was zero and hadn't even started. I knew I must start, but didn't know where or how to start. What's the meaning? Sign up for Masterclass 101 and stop guessing. So much you were trying to figure your lives out by what you know. You know, your mind can only tell you what it knows and remembers. You have to learn to differentiate yourself from your thoughts. Once you can learn to differentiate yourself from your thoughts, then you can creatively generate a new life for yourself. Until you get to a place where you can make a distinction between you, your thoughts, and your emotions, it's very difficult to function outside of anything other than what you know. Creating a new life means functioning outside of what you know, not being governed by past thoughts, past memories, past emotions, past behaviors, past beliefs. You have to learn to remember who you are, right? And this introductory course will give you a really strong push in the right direction. Could you give me insight on my marriage, please? And thank you. Wow, there's a lot of fear in this right now. Yeah. So I'm seeing that there's a wall. There's a wall of miscommunication going on. There's a wall of miscommunication. The wall has been built up over time, but it can be taken down if you understand how to shift and alter your thoughts about the other. How you can alter and change your thoughts about the relationship. The fear that you hold in your mind is being realized. This is why you have such concern right now. This is what has built the wall between you and love. The love that you know you had in the beginning of that most wondrous and joyous union has been blocked by the fears and the uncertainties that you both contain within yourself. Not knowing how to properly and effectively communicate with each other hinders the redevelopment or the reassertion of that love, and you've built this wall of uncertainty between the two of you. It can be taken down quite quickly if you're both willing. If you're both willing to take that wall down, both willing to hear and be heard. Expectation of the other needing to be a certain way for you can certainly create a lot of difficulty in a relationship. You must learn how to understand what communication is and how to hear and how to be heard in your case, it is two of you must work together. You built this wall together. You can take it down together. Love is not gone. It is simply hidden behind the illusion of your fears. Wow. Thank you. It's great consideration. Thank you for that super chat, Amanda. Really appreciate it. Hi, William. May I ask my guides, was I being tested in my dream last night because I feel lighter, like I let go? No, you were not being tested. You were being celebrated. You were being celebrated because you are elevating yourself up every day. You work actively to elevate yourself up. And so you are getting to the place of peace in yourself. When you go to sleep and you awaken and you are lighter, it is because you have evolved yourself a little more. Yes, you've lifted yourself up. And the lifting up did not occur just last night. It is the sum product of what you have been doing consistently and repetitively. As you stay more in alignment with love, then of course you will get lighter and lighter and lighter. If you are consistently being attached to fear and anger and frustration, then you will feel heavier and heavier. It's very different, but congratulations, Amanda. You're welcome, Tracy. Hi. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, communication is so important in relationships. Hi. Is it safe to use coconut oil on my skin daily? It feels so soothing and wonderful. Thanks. Well, you have your own answer. Yes. For you, in the short term, you'll know when to stop. They're telling me to tell you, you'll know when to stop. You keep putting the application of it. It will continue to restore and regenerate. The body will take it in. You can also consume it internally, they're saying. You want to take some internally, like a tablespoon of coconut oil, hopefully raw, organic. Take it in and let it work on the insides, not just on the outside. You heard the story, it's what's inside that counts. Watch what you put in your temple. The body is just something you have to maintain. Be careful what you put inside of it. Hi. Oh, you're welcome, Amanda. Hi. One new message. Where we go? Thank you. Fear, false, evidence appearing real. That's correct. Yeah. So fear can appear very real to people. If you're afraid of something, you can create events in life. Humanity is creating all kinds of things. Last 2,000 years, we've watched humanity when it rejected love. Remember, humanity, when Yeshua was in that incarnation, he offered humanity love and the way to love. He offered humanity love and the way to love. And of course, the dominant consciousness at the time rejected it. Those who were in functions of control, power, and authority rejected love. And so we've watched over the last 2,000 years as wars and destructiveness have run back and forth across the surface of the planet. That's only because we rejected love as a species. Not entirely, but enough that our rejection of it resulted in war and destructiveness and damage. Let's not make that mistake again. Yeshua is in a new lifetime on our world right now, and there are others with him, other ascended beings with him, that are here to give us the opportunity to restore yourself to the function of love or keep on the same pathway of fear. The results will be very different, except this time it will be what right now we got the accumulation of over 2,000 years of anger, control, power, suffering, war, destructiveness. 2,000 years, and look in the last 5 years, where you've seen people in positions of power and authority for the sake of greed and money and power and control, poisoning, harming, and damaging humans all over the world for their greed. So it's not gone yet. The choice has not been completely made, but we're beginning to see an emergence, a reassertion of love. How we think, how we feel, what we say, what we do. If it is not guided by love, then it can only be guided by fear. And fear will create a very different result in your experience of life. Just as love will create a very, very, very delightful experience in your life. Hi. Hi. William, does Archangel Michael like the way I pray? I do catch each night towards him. Yes, he does, very, very much. Kathy, he loves it. Yes. Yes. He's showing me his hand over his heart and the blue light around his body expanding out. This is the way he can visually communicate to you his how your prayer nurtures him, how his prayer nurtures you as well. It is reciprocal. Remember to feel what you give as you give it too. When you're in that prayer, he says for you to remember how you feel as you give the prayer, so you become aware of what you are giving, so that you'll know that you are becoming that which you offer others. You are becoming the gratitude, the love that you are offering to me. You are becoming, right? And when you make yourself a little bit brighter, it makes other people around you brighter. What was the meaning of my dream last night where the screaming was a part of it? Thank you. I'm told to tell you it was a letting go. It was a letting go of something very old in your experience of lifetimes. That was a letting go of something, a long-held fear that you've carried with you for many lifetimes. You let it go last night, right? Remember, sounds, when you make a sound, when there's a scream, depending upon the intensity of the scream, but I'm told for you specifically that this was a letting go of a long-standing fear that's been with you through multiple lifetimes, right? You let it go last night. Good for you, Gabriella. So today is rare, planet alignment. It's actually not a planetary alignment. Today is not a planetary alignment. What it is you can see just around sunset, depending on where you are, 7 of the planets in our solar system that'll be in alignment. Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, will all be in alignment. All these planets, Mars, they'll all be in alignment in the sky. But not in alignment, but out there where we can all see them. But they're not in alignment. Alignment would mean that they're in a straight line across. This just means you get to see them all in the one side of the sky. So yeah, it's not that type of an alignment, but it will have an impact. Yes, it will. Hi, how you doing? I thank you too, Kathy. Thank you for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. Oh, you're very welcome, Gabriella. Well, everybody, I'm so grateful that we've had this day together. Remember, if you want to learn to connect your guides and your angels, our masterclass series begins tomorrow with Masterclass 101, Awakening. You'll still have time to register. Go to my website, WilliamMichaelForbes.com. The actual first class happens on Sunday at 3 p.m. with one of our mediums, Desiree Nicole Smith, who will assist you in getting launched into the process of connecting to your guides and angels. Yes. So WilliamMichaelForbes.com, choose Masterclass 101, Awakening. We're already getting people registered for our Masterclass 102, which is considered our most potent course because it's about letting go of the past, but I'll tell you more about that another day. Remember to join me tomorrow for thank you for that universe. I really appreciate it, or that galaxy. Really appreciate it. Join me tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our meditation segment of our weekly show. And when you come to the meditation, for those of you that will come, when you arrive, start breathing slowly and deeply and get your mind and body relaxed. Teach your mind and body to relax during so you can take in the information that comes, and you can also get a different experience of yourself orchestrating the actions of your mind and body in a different way than just your day-to-day, going through your habits of living. Being in the present moment is very important. And I will look forward to seeing all of you guys tomorrow. I would like to be able to communicate without the interference. So sign up for Masterclass 101, Awakening, and you'll learn to communicate without the interference. Because what a lot of people do when they're trying to connect to their guides and angels, they got their mind going on, they got all this stuff. If you do not know how to quiet your mind, it's very difficult to hear. It's like if you're going into a crowded bar or a party and people are talking and you have to lean in to hear somebody. If you want to hear your guides and angels, it's very hard to hear when your mind is so noisy. In Masterclass 101 Awakening, you will learn how to quiet your mind. Because when your mind is quiet, that's when you can begin to hear something other than your own mind. You can call your guides and angels in. We'll show you simple, easy to follow ways how to call them in, how to feel their energy, and how to communicate with them, how to learn to hear them, how to speak to them and know that they're hearing you too, right? You can learn that very easy. It's not a very complex process. Yes, parties are fun too. Absolutely. Something has been trying to condition me, as you were talking about yesterday. Again, there are good influences in this world, and there are not good influences in this world. There are higher vibrational spirits. There are lower vibrational spirits. You get to decide by how you align your energy if you're going to be in a state of calm and peace, or if you're going to be anxious. If you're calling on your guides and angels and you're fearful, you're going to attract energy that's fearful. If you're calling on your guides and angels in all love and sincerity, then you'll receive them that are in alignment with love and sincerity, right? The emotion that you're in will determine what you connect to, just as the emotion that you're in determines what you create, what you do, what you say. And you can change that. You can learn to change your emotions and thoughts. It's not a very complex process. It really isn't. Hi. Sorry about that. Okay, I think we're done. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Wishing you much, much love. Remember, have yourself a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see all of you tomorrow at 10 a.m. And for those of you that are already registered for Masterclass, we're going to have an amazing 3 weeks together. I'm looking forward. I'll see you all at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, and where we'll do the orientation, and we'll get you all set up, and you'll have your study guides and itineraries later today, so you'll know what to click on. Those of you that are registered, you have already received your link to the orientation tomorrow, and later today you'll receive the full class schedule with all of the live links to all of the Zoom events that will happen over the next 3 weeks. And have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.